Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nsako M and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to talk to you guys about how I almost lost my business. Basically, it's how I almost gave... You know what? You'll just see. You'll just hear. So what happened was, when I started my business, a lot of people were supporting me. A lot of older people took me under their wing because they saw me as their child, and everyone wants their child to prosper. If you don't, you're the problem. So I was invited to an event, and I don't want to say people's names, yeah? So I was invited to an event, and I was told that this event would approximately have 300 people, and at the end of the event I'd be given like an opportunity to speak and share about my business and get customers and just build awareness kind of vibe. And then fine, so I got to the event, I was given the microphone, and I started speaking. I started talking about my business, what it does, the hair products, what it helps your hair with, blah 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 blah. And there's this other man that is also like an influential man. He was at the event, and he took another mic and he started firing questions at me. Now I found that as I go along in my business journey, people will ask you questions. They just I feel like they just want to keep you on your toes just to see if you know your story or if you don't know your story. Like, what's happening? Can you reply? How are you under pressure? How are you with numbers? How are you with this, with that? So he started asking me all these questions. I answered those questions because, baby, I know my story. Fine. And then in front of Pamgwabantu, he announces that, listen, I'm gonna fund your business. I'm gonna give you all the money that you need. Now I need you guys to understand that when I started my business, I didn't know basically if it would be for my whole life or if it was for the moment. I didn't know where I wanted to take it, which direction. I was just letting Wosikati lead me where Wosikati wanted to go, basically. And by the time when I did that presentation, I was like maybe 3 months into my business. So I didn't necessarily need funding because the business itself was very self-sufficient. Me just selling the products that I was selling was making me good money. I got like a good substantial profit. My clients were fine. Everything was just fine. I found that when I needed money, when I needed funding is when I decided that I wanted to grow and I wanted to expand Osikati. So when I met that influential man, let's call him Mr. X. When I met Mr. X, and he offered me that money, I didn't necessarily, I wasn't in need of it, so I could have done without it, which is probably why maybe I didn't lose my business. I don't know. So after the event, he calls me aside to the corner. So now we have to talk. Uti, what's happening with this money? So fine, again, Muntu is asking me questions. I will tell you for free, guys. The question that you guys, everyone asks me, number one question everyone asks me is, what are the ingredients in this product? So I had a bunch of products with me, obviously, for people who wanted to buy the product, just to give away a few samples. And I gave them the product, and I'm like, the ingredients are on the label. Because also, guys, by law, by the Cosmetics Act, you are supposed to put your ingredients on the label. If you have a product, by law, your ingredients need to be on the product. So it's not necessarily like a well-kept secret. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to share. How you mix it, how you bring it together, how you jazz it up, that is completely up to you. That is your secret recipe. That is your chankuras. That is your everything. And you don't need to share that with anyone. So I give him this bottle. I'm like, here are the ingredients. Obviously, I didn't write these ingredients in plain English. I wrote the ingredients in their standard scientific names because that's what I'm supposed to do. Fine. And then this guy asked me that, okay, fine, before he gives me money and everything, he wants to see basically, number one, how I mix. So I must write down all the ingredients that I use. After that, I must write down the directions of how I mix the products to get to this concoction that I've got, to get to this product that I have. You get what I'm saying? So it just sounded a bit shady. Why would you want the directions? Are you not funding this bottle? Are you funding the pros? I don't understand what's happening. So I was like, oh, okay, no, I'll do that. And you know, also I couldn't share it with everyone because now everyone in my life is so excited. You, Nzaka's getting money, Nzaka's getting money. But I was just like, I really don't need it. But we can't say no to it. So he's like, no, I must write all my ingredients down and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what, when I mix, rather maybe just come to my house when I'm mixing and just see the process of it all. So in my idea, I would have pre-mixed it into other things, because like I mix my products into like another bottle and another bottle and another bottle, and then I take those mixtures and I mix it, and it makes the actual mixture of it. So that's what he was gonna see, not like the actual start to finish process. Okay, fine. And then this guy like continues talking to me, and then at the end he's like, you're too smart for your own good, we will see what will happen. I was like, okay. So basically what he meant was, I can't scam you out of your business. But I was like, okay. And then I didn't tell anyone about it, and then this guy disappeared. So it's fine, I continue with my business, and then he tells the Mr. X tells the person who had invited me to the event to speak that I'm not serious, blah blah blah. I don't want to send him a list of my products, I don't want to send him a list of my ingredients. He also wanted information of where I source products, how much it is, where I get my bottles, where I get my, like, he wanted to know everything about the business as if he was going to be a partner, or as if he had shares. And like, I just didn't understand, guys. I really didn't understand. So I ended up just like not replying to him, and just like not, I just mized him basically. I just put him, blue ticked him. And then eventually he went out of the country, and then he came back, and then I met him like a few years later. And then a few years later, that's when I realized, because he said something to me. He said he was saying it to the guy who had invited me in the first place, saying that Wosikati should have been my business. You get what I'm saying? Like, how would this baby be your business? Like, how would it have been your business? And then when he came back years later, he started firing questions again. Guys, I will tell you this. You guys must stop asking me questions. Stop asking me questions if you're not going to do anything with the information. You guys ask me a lot. There's people just randomly text me and saying, how much money do you make? How many products do you sell in a week? So what are your overheads? And then I give you this information, and then I'm like, okay, why did you want to know? No, just for knowledge. You guys, lambora, manibora, manyangata, because yeah. So years later, this guy came back and he's like, this should have been my business. So meaning that his plan of him funding me, and when he saw me, is specifically for the point of exploiting my business and exploiting me. And somehow he would have came under me and taken my business, and it would have been his, because he would know the ins and outs of everything. And I looked at him and I'm like, are you not ashamed? Like, are you not ashamed? And also because I'm young, a lot of old people can take ideas from young people, but because I'm young, it was very simple, and I was new in the bit. Like, I was 3 months into the business, and everyone was so excited about this money that was coming, and he's like a rich, influential person. So I was just like, wow. Well, guys, I wouldn't be Osikati's mother today. I would be someone else's mother probably. But yeah, so that's basically the story of how I almost lost my business, and how someone almost exploited me, someone with more money than me, more experience than me, more everything than me, except he didn't have Osikati. See what I did there? Yeah, so I hope that you found this story really entertaining. I hope that you liked this video. If you did like this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Please comment down below, and please do subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, bye.